here and some more coming.
Shade is sit here on the shade. Now, Capernum. Well, Capernum is the English corruption of the Hebrew word. The name of the place is Kfar Nahum, the village of Nahum. We don't know who Nahum was. Maybe it was the prophet Nahum. We are not sure. But we know one thing, that this village was probably one of the most important villages in this vicinity. I'm not talking about the most important in the Galilee, but in this vicinity of the northern area or the lake area. Why? First of all, the city was built between the lake, which was their main source of income, fishing, and the fields on the mountains, and the most important thing was the Via Maris, the road that passed by. The next thing, if you go from here, you come to the Jordan River. And the Jordan River was the border between this province and the next one. The next one was the province of the Golan, or the Bashan. Okay, so it was like a station where they had probably Roman soldiers, because we read about a centurion that stationed here with his soldiers. And when he asked Jesus to heal his servant, and then he said, why sure? The people said, why do you heal the servant of the centurion, the Roman? He said, because this happened to be a good Roman. He helped us to build the synagogue. Okay, so again, we're talking about a synagogue. So it was a place where people used to stay, let's say, the last night before they crossed to the next country, across the border, or as soon as they crossed the border and come to this province, they would stop here, maybe change money, get organized, and things like that. So it was an important station along the road. But the main, as I said, the main business of the people, the main source of income was the lake, because most of the people were fishermen. So when Jesus came down from Nazareth, and he came to this area, he was a young, unknown person. Nobody knew him when he came here. And it took about 3 years before he then took all these people and a lot of followers to Jerusalem. So that's where he experienced, that's where he exercised, that's where he tried to see if his message passed on. Before he went to, as I say, to the jaws of the lion in Jerusalem, where he had to fight with the rabbis and the Sanhedrin, which is the Knesset and the parliament of the Jews and so on. So this was the area where he could start to come to the people that really needs guidance. And he came to these people, and these people were open for him to receive his words. And when he came here and he started to speak to the people, and then he started to perform so many miracles here in Capernaum, when he healed so many people in around the area. As Mike said before, he went not too far from here to the land of the Gadarene, and he transferred the demon from this two men to the pigs and drowned. And everything took place around this area. So we read about something like 3 major journeys that Jesus did here in the upper part of the country, in the Galilee. One of them, he even went up to Lebanon. One, he went up to the upper Galilee, to Caesarea Philippi. And of course, the first one was just around the lake area. So Capernaum became his headquarters, his home, his town. And he said he stayed here with St. Peter, his brother Andrew, who came from Bethsaida, which is not too far from here. So he stayed with them in the house of St. Peter's mother-in-law. And here we have the traditional site under this church, the house of St. Peter's mother-in-law. So what we say here now, that this was Jesus' headquarters in this very important 3 years of his ministry around the lake. Capernaum was a Jewish town, and it was also a very important Jewish town. And today, after the excavations, we found what you're looking at, remnants of a synagogue. And this is a big synagogue. And a synagogue used then and today as a community center, at a place of assembling, a gathering for the people. The word in Hebrew is Bet Knesset, house of gathering, house of assembly. It was a community center where they conducted all kinds of meetings and events and social events and religious events and so on. Not only house of prayer. And this synagogue is one of the earliest synagogues that we found in this country.